What's good, and welcome back to Invest and Trade with Jax. Hope you're well, guys. Good morning from Canada. We're going to go over Polygon, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and I'm going to let you guys know why right now is the absolute best time in the market to buy crypto. $2 cost average, of course, into your investments, into your trades. I mean, there are many opportunities like this, but I'm going to show you some indicators, show you guys some statistics, why right now is one of the best times that you can buy cryptocurrency. All right, guys. So we're sitting at 218. We're down about 1.6 on the day. We're sitting at market cap of 15.33 billion, 24-hour volume 2.01 billion. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're new to crypto.com, sign up to the world's fastest growing crypto app and grab one of the incredible Visa cards for cashback in crypto, free Spotify, Netflix, Prime, travel incentives, depending on the level of card that you have, as well as $25 just for signing up through my referral. So we're going to start with MATIC. All right, guys, so we're here on the 4-hour time frame. So you can see we're creating a double bottom pattern. So if we can bounce, we can break out of our neckline here. That is, if we do bounce up to this neckline, could take us back up here to pretty close to our take profit zone. Would bring you up to about 246. So what I'm going to do, because we've already reached our head and shoulders pattern, I'm just going to take it out so everything is more visible here, as well as our little symmetrical triangle. We met the target, so I'll take that out as well. So as of right now, we're just trading in between this descending channel. You can almost say that this may be a falling wedge here for our friend MATIC. So you can see here, let me grab my brush. We came down, we found support, we hit resistance, came all the way back down, found support, creating a double bottom. So what we may see is we see a breakout back up to this level of resistance once again. If we can break out, then we can head up to the technical target of 290. We can see here on the 4-hour time frame, we're trending towards oversold once again. We were in oversold. We saw a nice little bounce coming back down to oversold once again. The money flow is absolutely in the floor. But what's important right now is Ethereum and Bitcoin. So let's quickly pop over to Ethereum. So we're here on the 1-hour time frame. Huge bullish divergence, guys. We have a low, we have a lower low, and we have a massive higher low on the 1-hour RSI, signifying that the bears are running out of strength. And we're soon to see a reversal in the trend. We have a little bit of a double bottom here on the hourly. So what's important, guys, is the fact that we are oversold on the hourly, we're oversold on the 4-hour time frame, and we're oversold on the daily time frame as well. These are absolutely optimal entry points. The very best time to get into your trades are when you're oversold on every single time frame, the daily, the 4-hour, as well as the 1-hour time frame. Look how oversold we are, guys. We're down at about 27 on the daily RSI. If I drop a line in, we go back to when we were that sold on the RSI. Let's scroll back here. All right, guys, so here's the last time we were that sold on the RSI. Corona dump. You know what happened after that, guys? We had a pump of, well, it actually went even higher. But before we saw this drop, we had a pump of basically 4,000% for ETH. Here's another example. Here's where we're that oversold. Let's see how much of a pump that was for ETH. That was a pump of 129%. Look down here, guys. Look, we had a massive drop. We became extremely oversold. And then we saw a pump of 337% for our friend ETH. Look where we're at right now on the daily time frame, guys. We're at very similar levels on the daily RSI. Can we go a little bit lower? Of course, but eventually you're going to see a nice big bounce to the upside. And what does that mean for the altcoins like MATIC? They're going to absolutely explode. So let's pop over to this chart here. So we can see here we met the target from our head and shoulders, left shoulder, head, right shoulder, met that target perfectly. We almost wicked all the way down to the 0.618, which is the golden ratio. Make sure my fib is correct here. So that's where we may be looking to find support. You can see the support in this area. We may be looking to bounce right off the golden ratio here on the daily time frame. So let's look at Bitcoin, guys. So here's all our indicators on Bitcoin. Look at this. We're oversold on the daily. Look at the Scotch RSI, absolutely in the floor. I'm going to drop in a line, as well as the money flow in the floor on the daily. If we scroll back and we look at times we were this oversold on the daily time frame, right here, we weren't even this oversold, massive pump to the upside. Right here as well, we weren't even as oversold as we are now, massive pump to the upside. So let's go to the times that we were that oversold. So right here, here's a good example where we wicked down and we shot right back up. We were oversold on the daily. So let's scroll back. I'm just going to quickly close the money flow here just so I have more room to see. So we're going to scroll all the way back to where we oversold. Corona dump, guys. So you can see right here we got extremely oversold, and then we saw an absolutely massive pump the beginning of our bull run. If we go from the low here all the way up to the high, 1500% for Bitcoin. We scroll back into the bear market. I want to show you guys the bear market as well. So we were oversold right in these areas, and we saw a big pump back to the upside. So what I'm going to do, yeah, 50%. So we're going to pop over to this Bitcoin chart here. So here's our bear market of 2018, guys. So check this out. We're oversold right here on the daily. We saw a massive pump for Bitcoin back to the upside. 91% pump, which is like a 200, 300, 500% pump for altcoins. Right here, oversold on the daily time frame. This is what I'm saying. It works in waveforms, guys. So even during the bear market, we're dollar cost averaging into our trades and we're making money the entire bear market. While many people who bought up here wait years to get those returns back, or people simply buy the dip and they wait a year, they wait 2 years till we enter a bear market once again. But what we're doing is we're dollar cost averaging, it bounces, we're selling in profits, and we're rinse and repeating. So we're oversold on the daily, 40% pump right in this area as well. You can see we're oversold on the daily. We broke out back to the upside right here for a 33% pump, which is a much more massive pump for the altcoins. You can see right here, look at this drop, guys. But the beautiful thing about DCA is all your buy limits get picked up. It brings down your average price. You're oversold once again, massive pump to the upside. This is during the bear market, guys. Look at this pump for Bitcoin during the bear market, 315%. So let's look at XRP just to give you guys an example. So here we are in the daily time frame. This is the bear market of 2018. We trended towards oversold on the daily. You can see right here, oversold on the daily. Look at this pump for XRP. 100% pump for XRP. Right here, oversold on the daily time frame. Check out this, guys. That's another 100% pump. And you can see here, look at this, guys. See how we're oversold, but we're in a downtrend. But what are we doing? We're dollar cost averaging. So I'm going to give you guys an example. Let's say we bought right here, because usually we're looking for areas of support. You can see where these wicks came down. Actually, let's even move it higher. Let's say our first entry was right here. Here was our second entry with our dollar cost average. And let's say our third entry, let me scroll back. Our third entry was this swing high right here. And our fourth entry were these levels of support right in this area, because that's what you have to look at. You have to look at previous levels of support and resistance. So here's our first entry, guys. We hit our second entry. Here's your average price. You hit your third entry, your average price is going to come down here. You hit your fourth entry, your average price is going to come right down to about this area. So I'm going to drop in a line. So you can see we're dollar cost averaging into our trade, brought down our average price, and then we saw our bounce. And from our average price to our peak, that was a 91% trade. So you can see how beautifully this dollar cost average strategy can work even in the bear market. It's actually better in the bear market because every time you're hitting a buy limit, you're getting more money into your trade. If your first one was 500, now you have 1,000, then you have 1,500, now you have $2,000 in your trade. So from our average price all the way up to the top is a 100% move. So you just made $2 grand in the bear market off a trade, guys. So that's what I'm trying to teach you guys. When we reach these levels on the daily RSI for Bitcoin, let me scroll back here. When we start trending towards oversold, these are the absolute best times to be dollar cost averaging into our trades, because the bounce will come, guys. It works in waves. It doesn't go straight down, straight up. Even if we were to fail to create a higher high, we can bounce just like this and then start to roll over. That's why I trade, guys, because if you're investing and we go into a bear market, we'll have fun waiting months, years. I mean, if you're a long-term investor, that's cool, guys, but I like to make money on a regular basis. So that's why I trade. So even if we see a bounce, we fail to break that high and we go into a bear market, well, for Bitcoin, that's a 35% move. That's a 100% move for an altcoin easily, guys. So basically, one of the most important lessons as a trader is do the opposite of your emotions. Do the opposite of, oh my God, we're crashing, we're going down, we're going into a bear market, which isn't even confirmed yet. We have not lost this low. And have the mindset of, okay, we're oversold. Look at all your indicators and know that this is the absolute best time to dollar cost average into your trades. Even if we come lower, guys, if we wick down lower, you will see the bounce back to the upside, and every single one of our trades will bounce up into profits. We sell 50% at a 10-15% gain, and we just let the rest ride. So we are all the way down to 41K, guys. It looks like we're coming back down to retest this low, so do keep an eye on that. I'll drop a line in here for Bitcoin coming in at about 40K. So what we want to see is we hold that level of support. If it is broken, guys, what I would expect is you're going to see a quick wick down, and then you're going to see a bounce back to the upside, create some sort of reversal structure. Of course, you can also consolidate and then go a little bit lower, but that's why we dollar cost average, guys. We're always ready for the drop, and we bounce back into profits. We lock in 50%, we let the rest ride, we lock in the rest of our profits, and we start dollar cost averaging once again. If we look at the short and the long positions, so here's the Bitcoin short position. So we saw a huge increase in shorts. They're starting to take their profits. You can see the shorts are starting to flow out of the market, but as well as the long positions have completely dropped off. So that's why we're seeing some sell-off right now for Bitcoin. But we will eventually find our level of support, guys. You can't just go straight down. As I always say, you will find a level of support and you will bounce back to the upside. And we still have not formed that head and shoulders pattern. So here's your left shoulder, guys. Here's your head. So if we are going to form that right shoulder, you're going to see a nice bounce for Bitcoin. All the altcoins, all our DCA trades are going to bounce into profits. We're going to lock in those profits, and we're going to start dollar cost averaging once again. And as you can see here on the crypto fear greed index, extreme fear, guys, extreme fear. So I know it's hard for you if you're brand new to crypto to think about buying at these levels. That's why I always recommend dollar cost averaging. But in my opinion, these are the absolute best times to buy. Just as we were seeing right here, everybody was screaming bear market, everybody was fearful. All the whales were buying, all the intelligent investors, all the traders that have been in the game for a while, they're buying, their dollar cost averaging into their trades because they know what's going to happen next, a huge pump to the upside. Even in a bear market, guys, what happens is you come down and then you bounce, and then you come down and then you bounce. Your dollar cost averaging, dollar cost average, you bounce back into profits. You take your profits and you rinse and repeat the strategy once again. With spot trading, guys, it's a no-fail strategy. As long as you have enough buy zones for a 50 to 80% drop. That's why I have buy zones all the way down to 75 cents for MATIC. Brings down your average price. You get ready to ride the slingshot back up. So that's basically it. I know I didn't go over MATIC too much in this video, but we do have this descending channel or a falling wedge. It looks like we may create a double bottom. So those are things to keep an eye on here for MATIC. Of course, if we were to come down and lose this level of support, we have our buy zones that line up with support lines 175, 151, 107, and 75 cents. And our take profit levels, our break even is 228 right now. So our first take profit 252, 272, 290, 334. Equal amounts as a spot trader at each buy zone. Brings your average price down halfway each time. If you're leverage trading, double your margin. It's no fail with spot trading because, of course, you can keep adding buy zones if you'd like to. I always have buy zones for about a 50 to 80% drop. Let me see from the top to the bottom here. Yeah, it's about a 74% drop. And if you're leverage trading, I don't recommend more than 2 to 3x. If you want early access to these charts as well as 1,000 members talking all things crypto, posting chart patterns as well as all our DCA charts are posted here, updated regularly. It's the price of a coffee, $350 USD. You really can't beat it, guys. All right, I'll see you in the next video. Much love. Take care.